You know, it's pretty common knowledge that I love my Mountain Dew. Well, I think Sarah loves them a lot more than I do. I swear, between the time I brought them home yesterday and now, she's drank at least, I don't know, 20?
I love cell phones. I always keep mine handy just in case I ever witness a traffic accident. That way I can take photos for my friends and order a pizza while I watch.
Hi, I'm Chris Top. First off, I want to thank you for tuning into the Chris Top program. While I try my best to keep the show as rated PG-13 as possible, sometimes things slip out, or sometimes things happen, and that's just the way live radio goes. And because this is the internet, the FCC isn't around to tell me what I can and can't do. So because of the occasional slip-up or the guest that might get out of hand, you really need to be 18 or older to listen. If you happen to be under 18, please make sure you get your parents' permission. Go! Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there wasn't that a back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program. Chris Top program.
One and only Chris Top.
Wanna hear the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program. And I am the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. Right off the bat, I'm going to say hello to all of my friends in the chat. I usually wait a few minutes before I do that, but I'm going to go ahead and say hello because, you see, I've got two internet worlds colliding at this point. I've got my Spreaker friends and family that have signed on and been listening to me for well over a year now. And also, I've been playing this game that I've recently started talking about. It's called War Tunes. And there's a few of my War Tune friends on here as well. And that's what I mean by two worlds colliding. And if you haven't checked out War Tunes yet, you really need to. And come to Server 10 and join my guild. That would be probably the smartest move to make. I'd like to welcome Dennis Smith to the chat. Booyah back at you, Dennis. It's good to see you, buddy. We have the lovely Vivacious Kiss in the chat. J-Man, where have you been? It's good seeing you, too. It really is. See, I'm just so full of love right now. Well, some people would say I'm full of something else, but we've got Mr. Koopa in the chat. How you doing, Mr. Koopa? We also have Ultima in the chat. And some of the, and like I said, some of these are my War Tune buddies, so you guys mix and mingle a little bit. And let's see, who else do we have in here? I'm going to scroll. We have Scooter in the chat. He's my Red Bull loving friend. I'm still drinking the Dew. I just can't take that extra step and try the Red Bull. It's just it's a little too rough for me, so I've got to stick with the Dew. We also have a first-time dork in the chat. We have Crossings in here. Crossing said, "Can I be a member of another guild in the game?" And she says, "Can I be a member of another guild and still be a dork?" And of course you can. Anybody can be a dork. Dorks unite. WABA. If you don't know what WABA means, you're going to find out in just a little while. But Crossings, is good to see you. And we have Toby Denny in the chat. Toby, I love you, man. I do. I love you. I really. No homo, by the way. Now, who else do we have? I'm scrolling on down. We have the Latin Groove Radio Show. One of my great buddies in the chat. Latin, You know, I am the world's worst friend sometimes. I really am. Because Latin left me a post. It was, I don't even remember where it was at. It was on Facebook or Spreaker or something. And I don't respond to Jack. I don't. And I have good intentions. I see it, and then I'm like, I might be on my phone or I'm busy or something, and I'll see it, and then I just forget. I don't mean to do it. I don't mean any harm by it. I still love you. I just forget, and it could have a lot to do with old age. We also have Kina in the chat. Now, we have several of my guild friends in the chat. Mr. Koopa, Kina, Kiss, all members of the greatest Wartoon guild. Now, Ultima might have something to say about that. Also, we have Love Muffin, a.k.a. Jen, in the chat. It's good to see you. I just want to make sure I got everybody. I'm scrolling on down. I don't want to... Oh, we have For the Love of Poetry and Spoken Word in the chat. And no, I haven't gone crazy. I'm just mocking Clinton. Always a pleasure, Clinton. And Clinton is allowed in here, even though he's a geek. And when I call people geeks and dorks, trust me, it's a term of endearment. It really is, and it's something to be proud of. We have Sarah in the chat. Sarah, it's good to see you, too. See, you guys are just popping in all over the place, and I'm really feeling good here. We have Richard Todd. Richard Todd, it is good to see you. He says, hello, Christoph. Hello, Richard Todd. I feel like I should shake your hand. And now, I do have a challenge for everybody. I have a challenge. Now, on my show, this is a safe haven for dorks. This is where the dorks of the world come and hang out. Now, my challenge for you, I miss you too, Sarah. My challenge for you, it's pretty simple. And if you're ready to step from the closet and embrace your dorkhood, go to my Facebook page and post the dorkiest picture that you have of yourself. And then all of your fears will go away. You will finally become the person you were meant to be. So just do that. And if you'll post your picture on my Facebook page, we'll go back and we'll go back and talk about it here in just a little while. Now, I've got some Wartoon facts. Well, not really facts. Maybe opinions. I don't know. But I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to talk about the last guild battle in just a little while. And this whole show's not going to be about Wartoons, because I have a lot of listeners that have no idea what that is. But they're going to. Trust me. They hear me blab about it enough. They're going to try it out. They're going to try it out. I'm sorry, Latin Groove. I really am. Look, after my show, I'll go and respond to your post. I feel horrible. I do. I really do. Okay. Have you guys heard the latest Pat Robertson, what he said? I think he's a fairly intelligent guy, but sometimes he says things that he just should not say. And I'm going to play the audio for you, and I want you to hear this. You're going to cringe. If you're in the room with a significant other, okay, if you're a guy and you're in the room with your lady friend, you're going to cringe while you hear this. So what you may want to do is you may want to just turn this part down, or there's going to be uneasy feelings tonight. But this is Pat Robertson. Hang on, let me get it ready. Hang on, I need to get the audio ready. Hang tight.
Thank you for calling the Attention Deficit Hyperdisorder Hotline. If you have ADHD, please press 1. So you do have ADHD. Is this correct? Please press 1. Now that we know it is only necessary to make your selection. It has been established you do have ADHD. Please. Okay, dude, seriously, if you want help, you're going to have to stop playing with the key. Hey, look, there's a shiny ball with bells on it. If this call was helpful to you, please do nothing. Thank you for calling the Attention Deficit Hyperdisorder Hotline.
Okay, here we go. This is Pat Robertson saying something that you should just never, ever, ever say. Especially someone in his position.
Maxim says, I'm 17 years old, and I've noticed that there has been a change in my father's behavior. He spends too much time at the computer playing a war game, and I've noticed how alone my mom feels, and I just want my father to spend more time with my mom. What should I do, and how can I talk to my father? I kind of feel ashamed for him. Help.
maneuver.
See, that's a great question. This kid is really, really looking for some good, honest help. And this is what Pat says.
For something where you can get them out of the house into some like romantic resort for a couple of days, assuming they could afford it. I mean, take a weekend and go somewhere and just be alone with each other and see if they can't rekindle that romance. The romance is obviously gone out of the marriage. It's not as much excitement as it used to be. And, you know, it may be your mom isn't as sweet as you think she is. She may be kind of hard-nosed, and so you say...
Okay, it started out okay. You know, take a long romantic trip together, sort of rekindle the relationship. That's good advice, right? So far, so good. But now it's like he's turned from nice Pat to evil Pat. And now he's saying that it's just all the woman's fault. It's always the damn woman's fault.
It was my father. He's not paying attention to mom, but his mom...
Pat, how are you going to blame the mother?
It's easy to blame the mother. You know, a woman came to a preacher that I know. It's so funny. And she was awful looking. I mean, her hair was all torn up, and she was overweight. And...
Can you believe it? She was awful looking. Her hair was all messed up. She was overweight. She had a big giant zit right on the end of her nose. I kept squinting because I was afraid it was going to explode. Oh, here, let's go on.
Looked terrible, clothes bad and everything. And she said, "Oh, Reverend, what can I do? My husband has started to drink." And the preacher looked at her and said, "Madam, if I was married to you, I'd start to drink too."
Oh, my.
Okay, I don't know what preacher would say that. It was probably him. I don't know why he says these things on television for the whole world to see. I have no idea.
We need to cultivate romance, darling, and it needs to be the men have got to be cultivating romance, and the women. You always have to keep that spark of love alive. It just isn't something that just lie there. Well, I'm married to him, so he's got to take me slatternly looking.
I'm married to him, so he's got to love my ugly ass every day. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. He's got to love my ugly ass.
To fix yourself up, look pretty, look alluring. But child said, "What do I do with my parents?" Get them out of the house, get them off on a nice romantic weekend. Okay, next question.
Get her ugly ass out on a nice romantic
58
weekend.
Years of marriage, I know what I'm talking about. All right, what's next?
What he probably should have said is, after 58 years of tormenting my ugly wife, I know what I'm talking about. Can you believe he said those things? I thought you guys, I was hoping you guys would appreciate that. I can't stop laughing.
Hello, fellow citizens. This is the latest in dork news from around the world. Those wacky potheads may not be as high as they think. They may have our milk money, but we still have all of our brain cells. Fellow dorks, never fear. Those mean girls who steal your bike every day are going to soon end up in Jailsville. Let's see how life looks behind the slammer. Not so much fun making knives out of soap just to survive, is it, ladies? Remember, kids, be a dork, be proud, be hip.
Anyway, let's just move on with the show. This is for all the dorks that are in the audience. Now, if you're a dork, I want you to go ahead and stand to your feet. Place your hand over your heart. Raise your other hand into the air. Because I'm about to play the Dork National Anthem by my good buddy Wabba Tim, Belgium Tim. And I've got to tell you, I know sometimes I'll just post Wabba and I will assume people know what I'm talking about, and half the time they don't know what the hell I'm saying. Like when I wear my t-shirt out, they look at it, what is Wabba? What does that even mean? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go, 'cause a lot of you have heard this 1,000 times, and I'm going to tell you again. To me, the word awesome is a word, I think, that people use too much. Kind of like love. You can have an awesome thunderstorm. I think birth is pretty awesome. But when you get an order of fries from McDonald's, I wouldn't say the fries are awesome. See, there's a big difference in a big flashy streak of thunder and a greasy, salty French fry from McDonald's. See, one is awesome, one's not. Now, I think throughout history, and every day, I think people do awesome things. But I have yet to meet anyone that's truly awesome. So I think it's something good to always work on. And that's why we as dorks should constantly pursue being awesome. In other words, we should always work on being awesome, aka WABA.
Working on being awesome every day. I'm working on being awesome every day. W-O-B-A-W-O-B and yeah, I'm working on being awesome every day. I'm not really awesome to this day, but I'm working on being awesome every day. I'm not awesome today, but I'll be one day.
Alright, now that was the official Dork National Anthem, and Sarah just called me out. Now we've still got the Dork Rap coming up. So go ahead and stand to your feet, place your hand over your heart, raise your other hand into the air, and I want you to say this. Say, I'm a dork, I'm proud, and I'm hip.
Yeah, Big N in the building, representing the dorks. Dorks of the world unite, y'all. Yeah. Hey there, everybody, I got something to say. This guy right over there is Wubba every single day. Okay, what is Wubba?
It gets so creepy cold thing.
No, dude, it's just a little dork singing. Well, W is working, O is on it, B is being, and A is for awesome, and that's the dork saying. I'm already awesome, but that's okay, cause Mr. Chris Top is too, but he just doesn't know it. And so are all of you from here on to the far. And just so you know, life is good and I'm gone.
Mr. Koopa just mentioned Chuck E. Cheese, and I got that Chuck E. Cheese birthday song stuck in my head. She made the news again, and I think you probably know who I'm talking about. Now, okay, lady. See, I thought I overcame this. I did. I thought my. Okay, I'm fixing to talk about Lady Gaga. Okay. I just, anybody have a towel? Anyway. Okay, so Richard Todd, you're actually from the game as well. What's your name, Richard, in the game? So I'm not sure if I'm a dork or not yet, just listening to this for the first time since you posted in the World Chat about it. Well, I appreciate you, Richard. Thank you for stopping by and listening to the show. What's your name in the game, just so I know who you are? Now, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Now, Lady Gaga is in the news again. Evidently, she had one of those. What do they call them? When a wardrobe malfunction. That's what happened. The audience actually got treated to her split Versace latex trousers. See, I don't know if I could have took it. I really don't know if I could have handled it. And then at another point, she has this bra, and you know what I'm talking about. The timing's probably bad on this, but it's actually got two machine guns that are sticking out of the bra, so she caught a lot of flack for that. But anyway, she's still making the news. She could do nothing and end up in the news again, and it makes me nauseated every time. Every time! It makes me nauseated. I don't know what it is about Lady Gaga. I have no idea. I'm going to take a quick little break. Now, when I come back, I'm going to talk about war tunes, and I've got some war tunes, tips, opinions for you. And also, I want to mention a guild battle that we had the other day. And if you don't play the game, it's really cool because you have all these guilds that are set up. in the War Tunes community, and we all fight each other. And if you lose, then you get put in the loser's bracket, and you fight the loser, and then so forth and so on. Well, my guild actually came in 3rd place this week, and that's pretty good, I think, for a level 5 guild, because some of these guys are just like, whoa, they're pretty strong. But I want to talk a little bit about the last battle that we had and just how much fun it was. So we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, so don't go anywhere. There's other things that we're going to discuss on the program as well. You know, just regular Chris Top program kind of stuff. It'll be fun.
It's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy fact. The TSA is out on the streets. The FBI is spying on you. And you are in the crosshairs of the New World Order. Come listen to The Views Expressed with your host, Reverend Wayne S. Pierce. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Right here on Spreaker.com.
Calling all dorks. Calling all dorks. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be cool? How it feels like to actually talk to chicks and not be ignored? Then you need to tune in every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and listen to The Rob Aguilar Show, where we're going to talk about sex. That's right. Sex. I know you guys think about that, what it feels like to actually have sex with someone. We're going to talk about sports, women, entertainment, all the things you've been wondering about. So tune in every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and listen to The Rob Aguilar Show.
Take it from the top, take it from the top, take it from the top.
The Chris Top Program, listened to by tens of thousands of people, with podcasts on over 30 sites worldwide, but only live on Spreaker.com.
Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
I was wondering, are you going to eat that?
Take it from the top.
No, I swear, you burn calories while you're listening to my show. Lots of calories. It's like setting a fat kid on fire. No, it's not WOBA, it's WABA. WABA. Dude, my neighbor just busted me stealing his Wi-Fi. I've got to end the show now.
The Chris Top Program. Join the best chat on Spreaker.com.
Okay, so in case you don't know, what a guild is a group of people, a group of friends that they get together under this, it's like a club, and they do things together within the game. So I have my guild, and then we were scheduled to take on the Stalkers, or just Stalkers, not the Stalkers, but we were actually scheduled to take them on. And some of the guild battles are just a blowout. I mean, you put somebody like us up against a larger guild like MVP or Aphrodite, it's just going to be a blowout because we're so outnumbered and they're so strong. But then also you get matched up with guilds that are pretty close. So we had the pleasure of playing Stalkers this last I guess it was Saturday night, I think. Yeah, Saturday night. And we won, but it was so much fun because they kept us running all over the place. See, the object is to take over towers, and then you get points in the game, and when the first player reaches 4,000 points, they win. But they kept taking our towers, and it was so much fun because we actually got to move a little bit and battle and fight and stuff like that. So we had a great time. And I believe Crossings is in the chat. I'd like to say hi to Crossings. She's one of the guildies for Stalkers, and also she told me that Shay was going to be listening. I want to say hi to Shay as well. She's the guild master, I guess, is what you call it. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, I just want to say hi to you guys, and I want to thank you because that was so much fun. It was probably one of my high points of the game. Well, that and Whack-A-Mouse. But it was really a lot of fun. I wish I could do that all the time. It's just that sometimes when you play some of the bigger guilds, it can be a little disheartening because you just get wiped out so quickly. Now, I've got some War Tunes facts coming up for you, and this should be interesting, I think, for some of the War Tune players. It's not really facts so much as it is opinion. But, you know, sometimes when I sit around and play War Tunes, I like to pretend that Morgan Freeman is actually narrating my War Tunes adventure. You know? I mean, do you ever do that? Because a lot of people talk about how it would be cool if they had Morgan Freeman just with them every day. He walks behind them and just narrates their life. Well, I do it when I play the game. And then I came across this.
Morgan Freeman was born in 1937. He narrated his own birth, saying, "Leaving the warm comfort of his mother's womb, I, Morgan Freeman, enter the world. Soon I will make my first poop, one of many in the life of Morgan Freeman." The first time that Morgan Freeman saw himself crying in the mirror, he became old, and he remained that way his whole life. From then on, every time that Morgan Freeman cried, it rained. In heaven. When Morgan Freeman makes a documentary film, he narrates it first, and then nature makes it so. The only reason that the sun rises each day is because Morgan Freeman narrated that sunrise in his dreams the night before. The only reason that you're alive right now is because Morgan Freeman is narrating your life, as he does for billions and billions of others, each day. And when you have a bout of diarrhea, Morgan Freeman narrates it so that you appear noble, at the mercy of nature, and a taco. Morgan Freeman goes through 4 or 5 microphones a day, because his voice turns them into bars of gold, which he uses to fund his quest to create a real Santa Claus. Morgan Freeman cannot be cloned, because that would require unicorn tears. Morgan Freeman doesn't have sex. When he smiles, a baby simply appears in a field full of kittens. Earthquakes are merely Mother Nature having an orgasm when she listens to March of the Penguins. Penguins didn't exist until Morgan Freeman made that movie. He's that good. If you're having a rough day, think about Morgan Freeman, because he's certainly thinking about you. Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
So that's the voice I hear in my head whenever I'm playing War Tunes. I'd like to say hello to Kay. She's one of my guildies from down under. I'd like to say hi to her, and thank you for tuning in and listening. Hello, Stephen Fletcher. Now, listen, if you guys are first-time dorks in the chat, not meaning that you're a first-time dork, and if I call you a dork, like I said, it's a term of endearment. I have a challenge for you. Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it? But my challenge for you is pretty simple. Just go to my Facebook page, my fan page, and post the dorkiest picture you have of yourself, and you, too, will be in the Dork Hall of Fame. Now, I have my little piece of paper here that I wrote some notes on about War Tunes. And I like to write notes from time to time because, well, that's how you come up with show prep sometimes. Oh, Steven is I'd hit it. See, that's one of the funniest names. It's one of the funniest names. It really is on War Tunes. I'd hit it. It just makes me laugh. But anyway, and Keena says she likes James Earl Jones. See, he's good too, but I think I'd rather have Morgan following me around just because if James Earl Jones was doing it, I would feel like he was going to choke me with the force. And see, that's kind of how I would feel if he was going to follow me around. But anyway, all right, some things to keep in mind when you're playing War Tunes. And this is a lot of this is just etiquette. All right, don't plunder the same person more than one time a day. I mean, it's okay to plunder once, but when it hits 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times within a 48-hour time period, that's a little excessive. Don't do that. You can plunder me once a day and I'll be fine. Maybe even twice. I mean, if you're really that desperate, you can do that. But don't do it 50 times in a week. That's ridiculous. Now, it's okay to hurry through a dungeon. It's fine, because some people are trying to get through the dungeon so they can go do something else. I get that. But just give people a second to pick up what they need. Just give them a second to grab their little treasure thing. It sucks because, yeah, sure, it could have been a scroll, but then again, it could be something really cool, like a crypt key. I know, this is the dork coming out of me. A lot of you have no idea. Ultima wants my coordinates now. No. All right. What else have I got here? Oh, this is something I've noticed, too, about the game. And I hope I don't offend anybody. But half of the characters on War Tunes, they have gender issues. You ever notice that? I mean, it's like you'll be playing with a chick, and then like a week later, you find out it's a dude. Or vice versa. I don't understand that. I don't understand. I mean, I have nothing against transgender people. I don't. Just let me know right away when I first meet you, if you're a dude or a chick. And don't be offended if you've got a female avatar and I call you a chick. Don't be like, wait a minute, when did I say I was a chick? Well, you look like a chick. You freaking look like a chick. That's why I called you a chick. Oh, don't get mad at me. All right. Okay, and this is some more etiquette. This is some more etiquette right here. Don't pick the same person more than 3 times in Battleground. I mean, you know, if it's me, I'm okay with it. But I sit around and I watch other players, and they get pissed, man. It's like you pick them once, that's all right. You pick them twice, well, maybe they didn't mean to do that. The 3rd time, what's he doing? Why's he got it out for me? Why does he hate me so bad? He's got to pick me 3, 4, 5 times in the Battleground. He's picking on the little people. I hate you. I hate your guts. I'm going to find you and I'm going to burn your house down. Then I'm going to kick you in the throat. All right, now, the number one thing on War Tunes that you probably did not know. This is something you probably didn't know. Whack-a-mouse is really game over.
Some might say you're a sexually aggressive, racist, homophobe, misogynistic, cowardly, illiterate, waste of human skin. Sexually aggressive, racist, homophobe, misogynistic, cowardly, illiterate, waste of human skin. But I say, thank you, beautiful stranger.
I am the leader of Angry Birds Special Ops. Tonight, our mission is to put an end to the madness they call Rebecca Black and her wretched song, Friday. One giant slingshot, 500 birds. Target, Rebecca Black's mouth. Let's do this. Ready yourselves, men, for the greatest battle of your life. Aim, fire.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Sir, it would seem as though Rebecca Black started singing as our birds were attacking, and each one of them disintegrated in midair. We should have never attacked on Friday. She gets down on Friday.
All right. You are absolutely, positively in the right place. This is, my friends, the Chris Top program.
Check me out by the wall at the dance, looking sharp in my high-water sweatpants. I wish I was at home where I could be blogging and watching wrestling. I hang out and play magic cards at the school with all the crossing guards, they're cool. Yeah, I believe in magic. I was first in line to buy Halo 3. On Friday night I played TNT. You say I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one day. Me out in the back of the class, I'm daydreaming about World of Warcraft while I write dirty words on my calculator. I'll show you later. Even my mother picks on me. I dress up when I watch Lord of the Rings, even when I'm home by myself. When I play dodgeball, there isn't any doubt I'll be last picked, I'll be the first one out. You say I'm a dork, words are in Japanese. I know what it means when you say RPG. You say I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one. They finally let me on the football field, 'cause in marching band I play the glockenspiel. I know I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one day.
The countdown has begun.
Oh yeah, I had every intention of staying away from Spreaker.
8, 7.
But I've experienced this sheer outpour of love.
6, 5.
And I could never turn my back on the 3 people that listen to my show.
4, 3.
Yeah, I'm coming back. And I'll tell you why.
2, 1, 0.
Because I'm Chris Top, bitch.
The Chris Top Program, the alternative to the garbage on Spreaker.
You can either talk in the Chris Top Program.
Okay, I came across this story and I couldn't help but smile when I read it, and I thought, you know, this is a story that I need to share on my show. It's one of those stories that's, well, it's going to leave you with that warm and fuzzy feeling, I think. Okay, this is my lead-in for the story that I'm trying to tell you here. There's good news for one Social Security Administration employee, but then there's really bad news for his coworkers. The federal agency withdrew its formal complaint against the amazingly flatulent man, the unnamed, and thank God, if this is me, I'd want to be unnamed as well. 38-year-old was officially reprimanded by his bosses. He was accused of creating a hostile work environment with his non-stop ass blasting. He provided documentation of the medical condition that caused his uncontrollable flatulence. Yeah. But when senior management became aware of the reprimand, it was immediately taken away. So, dude gets fired because he has gas at work. See, a few weeks ago, I guess it was months ago, we actually talked about on the show how somebody needs to invent like a butt air freshener. I'm not exactly sure how you do it, but you could stick it in your underwear. And then whenever you had gas, it would smell good. Maybe like potpourri or crab apples or something like that, instead of just gas. That way, when this guy got ready to go to work, people would be like, oh, that's the guy with gas. I love it when he works, because it always makes the room smell so good. See, that would be a good way to take a negative, I think, and turn it into something that's positive, I think. Yeah, I meant to start talking a lot sooner, but I didn't realize I was still muted. But it was still okay, I think. I think it all worked out. You just got to hear more of the other stuff. Okay. This is going to blow your mind. Men and women, this is going to blow your mind. And this, I guess, was a new survey. And you know what I think about surveys and studies and things like that. I think they're full of crap. I really do think that they're full of crap. And I don't know who they surveyed for this. Maybe it was the Gay Pride organization. I don't know. That would maybe explain it. But guys, evidently, are sick and tired of staring at women's shapely thighs and cleavage all day. Oh my gosh, I think if I see another woman's cleavage out in public or at work or any other place, oh God. Please don't show me your legs. Don't show me your bare... So anyway, that's a new study. There's a British Heart Foundation study. So I guess these are guys with heart problems. That's what it is. If I see another girl, I'm just going to die. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to drop dead right here. If I see any more boobies. That's what it is. Guys with heart problems. Excuse me. Guys with heart problems don't want to see cleavage. Okay. Let me look at this here. The British Heart Foundation study reportedly found that some men want low-cut tops, hot pants, and miniskirts banned from the office because they're too distracting. It's okay to be a little bit distracted every once in a while. Don't ban them. Now, surprising 27% of dudes questioned that they want see-through tops outlawed. Really? 24% said miniskirts should go away, and 30% were anti-leopard print. I might be in the 30% that's anti-leopard print. Not because I'm a big animal lover, just because I think it's ugly. Now, the big question, though, is, will women actually put away their boobage and go for a mellower look? See, that's the real question. Now, ladies, what do you think? I mean, what do you think? I know 20 years ago, women wouldn't have done that because it would have come across as degrading, but now it's just the thing to do. So, I mean, now that you've come that far, I mean, is that progression or regression? I don't know. What do you think? I mean, if guys demand it now that you cover up, see, when you think about it like that, it's like, hell no, I won't cover up. I'm going to wear my bra to work. That male chauvinist pig wants me to cover up my nipples and go to work. No, I'll show him. I'm going to go shirtless on a very cold day, is what I'm going to do. So I don't know. What do you ladies think? Also, and post some of your comments on the Chris Top Program Facebook page. Let me know what you think about that. Also, if you have any more war tune suggestions, or if you have any more I'm reading the chat. If you're not in the chat, you're really missing half the show. And if you're not on Spreaker, the chat is actually the voices in my head. All you have to do is sign up for Spreaker.com. It's fun, it's easy, it's free. Click the little green bubble in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, and you can join the chat as well. But if you have any war tunes, hints, or strategy, or opinions, post those on my Facebook page as well, and I'll talk about them on my next broadcast. Okay. See, this is just weird. Bulgaria's National History Museum is boasting about an impressive new endowment that archaeologists recently unearthed. It's a temple. It's an ancient temple dedicated to the Greek god, who is the patron saint. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? The Greek god who is the patron saint of penises. Yeah, it's in a southern town close to the Black Sea. It's a clay phallus that's inscribed to, how do you even say that? To Priapus? I think that's his name. It's the phallic god. The picture is actually a guy with a big, and he's the god of penises. I guess maybe that was like an early form of Viagra. I think before they had the pill, they offered things to this guy. Yeah, I don't know. There's a new study out, and if you're an animal lover, then you'll appreciate this maybe. But researchers say, and I think they're full of crap because it looks really painful. Researchers say that fish cannot feel pain, even when they've been snagged by a hook. So, I mean, how many of you have been fishing? Raise your hand. Now, when you see the hook go through the inside of the mouth of the fish and through its cheek, that looks like it's going to hurt. Now, how do these researchers guys know that doesn't hurt? Now, come here, researcher guy. Let me stick this hook in your mouth. I'm sure your eyes are going to water. You're going to bleed. You're going to scream in pain. It probably hurts the freaking fish as well. studies. And see, we really didn't need to know if it was painful or not for fish. Why do they even bring this stuff up? You know, I'm going to give this piece of advice to all of you. If you want to stay away from violence, if you want to stay away from brawls and things like that, I mean a virtual bloodbath, do not, I repeat, whatever you do not go to baby showers. Now, the bad blood at this baby shower must have run way deeper than simple disagreements. Now, 3 men were arrested at a baby shower in Massachusetts, at which bottles and punches were thrown and furniture was smashed. Now, see, who has a baby shower at midnight? See, that's part of the problem. When you have your baby shower that late in the evening, somebody's going to show up drunk at the baby shower. Somebody's going to start throwing stuff and they're going to start a fight. See, in most civilized places, that's not going to happen. You can have it any time of the day, but probably midnight's a bad time. Now, police blame the brawl on uninvited guests, and said that when they arrived at the party, more than 200 people were involved in the fight. Who has a baby shower with 200 people at midnight? Something's going to go wrong. One of the police sergeants, he actually described what happened as a nightmare. The baby shower that went wrong. See, where's Morgan Freeman? Where is Morgan Freeman when you need him? What else? Oh. How many of you have ever had crabs in your life? Don't raise your hand. Because I don't want anybody to... Well, you can raise your hand if you want. It's radio. Nobody's going to see. But there's actually, and this is for the animal activists as well, crabs could actually be becoming extinct. And why? Well, because if you haven't noticed, it's trendy these days to go hairless down under. And the extinction of the crab is actually being blamed on the Brazilian waxes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know why this is in the news. I have no idea. But I wanted to share it with you guys. And Mr. Koopa raised his hand. So now we all know that Mr. Koopa has had the crabs at least once in his life. Love Muffin says, yes, I do. I have the crabs. See what it is. See, Jen used to frequent the local carnival, and everybody knows that when you go to the local carnival, when it comes into town in the summer or fall, wherever it is where you're from, it's riddled with crabs. And those are like the big kind too. They can jump at least 50 feet. And the only way to really protect yourself when you go to the carnival, you have to wear one of those deep sea diving uniforms to actually avoid getting the crabs. And that's what happened to Jen. And I'm sorry, but I mean, and Jen doesn't mind telling people because it's for your own good. And Mr. Koopa says he's proud of his crabs and his could jump 50 feet. I've never seen so many people proud of this. And Mr. Cooper says, he says they're crawfish, not crabs. You know, and Reverend, it's good to see you too. You came in at the right time because we're talking about crabs. Anyway, the show is actually getting close to an end. But I do I do appreciate you guys for stopping in. I've got, War Tunes, I've got another guild battle tonight. We actually take on SWAT, so I'm hoping that we're going to win. We should win. But just wish me luck. But if you want to join War Tunes, it's really a lot of fun. So you should check it out. It's and when you join, make sure you sign up for server number 10, and you can hang out with myself and a few of the other people that you saw in the chat. Whenever I play this, I think about War Tunes because I feel like this. You know, when I jump into my character and I go shoot arrows at people, this is how I feel.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Is this not why you are here? My name is Dorcas Maximus, Commander of the Dorks of the North, General of the Dork Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor, Dork Vader. And I will have my vengeance. Dorks of the world, unite!
Dorks of the world, unite! Right here on the Chris Top program.
Operation Skidmark.
Sir, we have found the Russian secret weapon. They have developed an anti-shrinking ray. We are fighting giant Russians, sir. And, sir, it would seem as though they're taking giant craps on all the men. There ain't no way I'm going to ride on that across that water.
I will show you puny Americans what the true Call of Duty is.
Look, we need a chopper in here yesterday. The men are dropping like flies. Wait a minute, that was a fly. Never mind.
I love the smell of duty in the morning. Call of Duty. Operation Skidmark.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Chris Top program. There are a million other things you guys could do, but you chose to listen to me, and that truly makes me feel good. So until I broadcast again, please remember, life is good, and I'm gone.
Is it over yet?
Completely over.
You have been exposed to the Chris Top program.
Yeah, okay, are we done? I really gotta get a life.
And for those of you who listen to my show, often you know that I never truly leave when I say I'm going to leave. I wanted to come back and talk about a few more things, because I've got a list of things when I prep for my show. I like to get it all in if I can. Megan Fox is in the news again. I was talking to Sarah about this, I guess it was yesterday. We talked about how Megan Fox just started out absolutely beautiful, and then she has all these surgeries, and she's still pretty, but she's not as pretty as she was. So why do people do that? And you know, there are some people, and I want to say just in Hollywood, but it's all over the place, that just absolutely look scary. That they've had so much work done, they just look plastic, and they look like cyborgs. It's scary. But Megan Fox, gasp, she has quit Twitter after just 8 days. So if you were looking forward to following Megan Fox on Twitter, it ain't going to happen. She abandoned 500,000 followers. No, I'm sorry, 250,000 followers. She threw in the towel. I guess it was last Thursday. She admitted that Facebook is as much as I can handle. Well, you're not smart enough to do 2 social networks at once. I don't understand. But she tweeted on Wednesday, 5 days on Twitter, I have yet to discern its purpose. Some people are just pretty, and that's it. But anyway, she's going to keep her Facebook page because she's got 33 million subscribers there. I don't know why she decided to dump Twitter. Yeah, I mean, you're on it 5 days, you've got 250,000 followers. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. But I guess she can only handle one thing at a time. So I'm sorry to see Megan Fox leave Twitter. I was that close. Really, I was that close to following her on Twitter, and then she's gone. How many people are from Georgia? Raise your hand. Sarah raised her hand. Well, vehicle owners can get a little wild about their vanity license plates. So it's important for states to enforce regulations. I mean, something like got beer, for example. That's something that the Georgia Department of Revenue rejected. And it's obviously not a message that they would want attached to the back of a machine that people drive around. So, but why do they approve Love Wine? You see what I'm getting at here? It's got beer is not okay, but Love Wine is. Doesn't make sense. Now, also, for Jesus, I'm assuming maybe that's a family of 4 and they're Christians. 4 for Jesus was approved, but then the license plate 5 Jesus was actually turned down. So evidently the Jesus references, they're only okay in specific quantities. Now, and this one One Big Gun was given the okay, while heavy guns was not allowed. So I'm thinking maybe it's the weight of the deadly weapon that matters. So anyway, they're not being too consistent, and I wanted to bring that to light for you guys. And I thought maybe you would appreciate it. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. I guess that's about it. Oh! I have something I want to play for the dorks of the world. Have I played this? Did I play the Dirty Harry Potter? Okay.
Two epic movies collide.
Go ahead, Hermione. Make my day.
A sissy wand or a 44 Magnum?
Are you a wizard? Man's got to do something for a living these days. Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
Dirty Harry Potter has made his decision.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, Voldemort?
All right, make sure you post those dorky pictures on my Facebook page. Let your true dork come out. Step from the closet and embrace the light of your dorkhood. Also, I'd love to see you on Twitter. You can tweet with me. You can tumble with me. Give me some tweets. I'm not getting that many tweets lately, and I don't know why. So make sure you send some tweets my way. It would give me the warm and fuzzy feeling. It really, really would. So I'll see you next time I broadcast, if I don't see you on War Tunes, because tonight we've got the Guild Battle. That's going to be a lot of fun. We've also got Battleground. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to get plundered like 50 times by the same people over and over again now. I'm going to get attacked by the same 3 people in Battlegrounds over and over, just because I said something. That's all right. I can take it. I'll just put my big boy pants on and I'll play the game. It'll be fun. Anyway, until I broadcast again, please remember, life is good and I'm gone.
I am leader of all dorks. If you're in the United States, I'm known as President of Dorks. If you're in the UK, I'm King Dork. And in many parts of the world, I'm known as the Great Dictator of Dorks, aka Dorktator. My geek friends happen to call me Dork Vader. When it comes down to it, I'm just adorkable. Dorks of the world, unite.
I am the one and only Chris Top, self-proclaimed leader of all dorks.
I'm Chris Top, king of the dorks. That's right.
Yeah, I remember growing up when I was a little kid, my mom was so sweet. She would say things like, "Thank God, Chris, there's only one of you because you are so very special."
There is only one Easter Bunny, there's only one Jesus Christ, there's only one God, and there's only one Chris Top.
I am the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view.
Actually, that's not true. I live next to a dumpster.
Meow! Shut up, Abby. Keep quiet. Yes, I know. I don't really have an ocean view. I have a view of the local hobo singing around a burning dumpster, but I don't want my fans to know that.
Does Chris Top have a mysterious side, a darker side, if you will? Well, I guess I do. You could compare my life to the Da Vinci Code.
C for Chris Top. H for holy mackerel, it's Chris Top.
Well, I don't know if my show would make sense if you played it backwards, but I do have a few things right in front of your face.
R for really awesome, Chris Top. I for I can't believe, it's Chris Top. S for somebody pinch me, it's Chris Top.
Am I conceited? Am I conceited? No, I'm not.
T for terrific, Chris Top. O as in oh my god, it's Chris Top. And P for party time with me, Chris Top. Oh god.
Well, the ladies do like their Chris Top.
Oh god.
Well, that's it for today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, life is good.
And I'm gone.